Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you guys want to check out my social media or check out a badass kick-ass original story, check out the links down in the description below. Hope you enjoy the video. So Western films are some of my favorite films of all time. I love a good Western. Sometimes it's hard to sit down and watch a Western though because they're so long. I mean, a lot of them are like 3 hours long, right? You can find Westerns that aren't 3 hours long. I mean, there's some really good Westerns that are like 2 hours long, 2.5 hours long. But it's not too often that you see a Western that is an hour and 28 minutes, fast paced, starring Clint Eastwood. It's got Robert Duvall in it, and it's written, oddly enough, by Elmore Leonard, I want to say. Probably butchering his name because I'm good at that. But if you don't know who that is, if you've ever seen Jackie Brown, that's actually based off of one of his novels. And the film that I'm talking about, and it's a Kino Lober, I guess, special edition Blu-ray re-release, Joe Kid. We're talking about Joe Kid. Now, this film's special because, like I said, there's not too many Western films that have a runtime of less than an hour and a half. It's crazy. It really is. And it's entertaining too. And it feels longer than an hour and a half, but it's not. And that's why it's just so easy to get invested in this story. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that this film does something different to other Westerns because it doesn't. It is just your typical, they're looking for a bad guy, and it's your typical Western almost up until the very end. But there are some things that happen sort of towards the end that are pretty entertaining, if I must be honest. But essentially, Clint Eastwood, obviously being a badass like always, he's being tried for, I think, hunting game somewhere where he shouldn't have. And he can either spend 10 days in jail or pay the $10 fine. Well, he ends up taking the 10 days in jail, but somebody pays off his fine. That's Robert Duvall's character. And these people these bandits come into the town, and they start up a bunch of ruckus, and turns out another group is looking for them. They pay off Clint Eastwood's bounty, and Clint Eastwood goes with them to search for this dude. That's all I'm going to say, because there are some twists and turns on the way. Now, of course, Westerns, they do have their twists and turns, but this one it's pretty interesting because it's one of those twists and turns where it twists a little bit to where you think it's going one direction, and then whenever you get to sort of the final part of the film, you're like, did that really work? I mean, really, did it really work? And yes, because there's some things that do happen in the film that kind of make up for what's going on. Like, for instance, maybe if a certain character forgives another character, then, there has to be a reason for them to forgive that other character, right? Which they're not really forgiving each other, right? This is the Wild West, so they're more like, hey, we're even. That's pretty much forgiving somebody. You even it up, and then there you go. And that's what this film does, and that's kind of how it makes those twists and turns work. Is this the best Western of all time? I think that's so silly to say, obviously, but no, it's not. Because I know I've hyped this film up, kind of talking about it, because I really did enjoy it. I mean, if you're a Clint Eastwood fan, this is a must-watch. And if I have to be honest with you, yes, I enjoy Good, the Bad, and the Ugly more. I think it's a way better film, but Joe Kid is just a lot easier to get into, in my opinion, and that's just specifically for the pacing and the runtime. Like I said, I'm not even going to dare say that. I'm not even going to compare this film to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but you get what I'm saying. The film it's so easy to get into. And if you're, like I said, if you're a fan of Clint Eastwood, this is a must-watch. You can get it on Kino Lober. It's where you can get it on Amazon. Yeah, it's just. I also got the other ones. I got the Iger Sanctum and Play Misty for Me. Also got those, but yeah, Clint Eastwood, Joe Kid. It's definitely worth the watch. I'm actually excited because I've got other films to watch from him. Like I have Pale Rider, and I've never seen The Outlaw Josie Wells. I'm super excited to check those out. I'll be doing reviews for those sometimes. I'm not sure exactly when, but yeah, definitely check out Joe Kid. It really is a fun film. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys did, hit that like button, maybe subscribe, and I hope you guys are staying safe. See you guys next time.